Now the reason this needs to be presented, and we need to differentiate the 25th dynasty from the Asiatic origins of Egypt, because somehow it's a lot of Afrocentric misinformation and propaganda going around about the black origins of ancient Egypt, when truly there are no black origins of ancient Egypt, because when Egypt was founded, it was founded by Asiatics. And the first clear indication of these Asiatics would be the Badarian culture. And I keep trying to explain to people about these Badarian people, but people fail to put forth the effort and research of agriculture regarding basically going away from hunter-gatherer type lifestyles. Another thing is they found evidence that the people that migrated in that region needed the Nile for their agriculture. So that was the purpose of Narmer and the rest of the people coming from Egypt and having to start the war with the people and driving the original inhabitants away from the Nile. Right? But during ancient times, Egypt envied Nubia because you could find raw materials. The land of Nubia is rich because it's natural spring for gold and other natural minerals. Nubia is said to be the land of gold. Aside from that, the Nubians have acquired from the southern traders several raw materials like ivory, ebony, leopard skins, and incense. Around 300 BC, Egypt attempted to conquer the land of gold. Egypt had held numerous military expeditions to the southern regions. Today you can find a memorial stone for the king Aha in the first dynasty. This indicates that Egypt was victorious in its feat of conquering Nubia. Despite Egypt's and Nubia's conflicts, though, they still accepted each other's cultural developments and agreed on mixed marriages. The high officials and priests of Egypt had settled in Nubia and built their temples there. One of the most impressive temples ever built during that time was the temple complex of Solomon. It was built under the rule of Amenhotep III around 1360 BC. Under the rule of Ramses II, several rock temples were built at Abu Simbel. Though the Nubians and Egyptians were warring nations, the Nubians honored some Egyptian gods. The Egyptians too had honored and took some of the deities of the Nubians and added them to their beliefs and mythologies. So as I stated, ancient Egyptians were very close to Arabs, were the Arab type family. Actually, ancient Egyptians moved from the Western Asia region with the spread of agriculture during the Neolithic Age for 15,000 years and settled in the area of Egypt. And for further information, you can look up. It was a study done in 2017 and 2018 about the oldest Moroccan lineage ever found, the oldest fossil found in Morocco, or something like that. And it was explained in great detail what I'm getting into right now. See, ancient Egyptians were actually North African Caucasians, not East Africans or West Africans, because when they migrated there, they became a distinct race of their own because they had isolated themselves from the Levant and the other Middle Eastern region for almost 9,000 years. So technically, by the time Egypt formed into a great civilization, these people were no longer in proximity with those people that they migrated away from. So they were their own distinct people. So she spoke in Egyptian language, which is part of a Hamido-Semitic language family, and it had its greatest affinity with the Semitic language, while the Nubians spoke a Nubian language, which is part of the Nilo-Saharan languages, branching farther to the south and west bank of the Sahara. Right? These are two totally different languages, and it's definite like the difference between English and Chinese or something like that. Not saying that you don't have shared certain roots and affinities as because it is an Afro-Asiatic language, which means it took in part some Nilo-Saharan dialect into it. But overall, in most part, it is an Asiatic language. Right? So, their native language would belong to Sub-Saharan language family, which is the Nubians. If you look in the Bible, it even says Moses was mistaken for being an Egyptian. So do you mean the Jews were black? See, that's the delusion of these Hebrews that we need to escape also. Egyptians was something between Berbers and Semitic, as Egypt is located between North Africa and Levant once again. They are not mixed. Sub-Saharan DNA is totally different from Mediterranean, North African DNA. And that's